Good morning. Hope everyone's having a good day. It is July 13th. July 13th. Can you believe this month is already halfway over? Can you halfway through the year, halfway through the month? Can you believe that? So I like to use this segment to chat it up for a little bit with you guys. I start early around this time. If I'm able to start at 6:45, I will. That would gives me 15 minutes to chat with you guys before I officially start playing by 7 o'clock. And that way, because you guys are up early, so I'm like, let me just go up and hang out with them. Like, you guys are at the coffee shop right now. You guys are at Johnny's coffee shop, just drinking a cup of coffee, waiting there, and I just come in and I'm like, hey guys, what's going on? Let me drink my coffee while I'm drinking out of Foxy's coffee. This is her old mug. So, latest news. My issue lately has been PlayStation and their diskless future. So I understand that a lot of people don't like it. I'm not a fan of what's happening either. I don't like that they are going the route of removing the disc for 2026. Here's the thing though. The point is, the disc that we have now, if you're not playing an old school game, like if you're not playing on PlayStation 2, if you're not playing on the GameCube, if you're not playing on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, the Wii, I think that's the farthest you can go right now with that. It doesn't really matter whether you have the game on a disc or you don't. What matters is the DRM. What is DRM? What you guys might ask. What is DRM? Well, let's look it up. What is DRM? Digital Rights Management. So what is why? What is the negative? Let's see. What is DRM's cons? Con of digital user convenience, inconvenience, and device limitation. So many DRM systems lock content to a single device or account, making it hard for users to transfer purchases between devices or platforms. For example, ebooks bought on one device may not be readable on another or older DRM formats. So what that means, if you buy a book on a Kindle, as an example, but you decide to get a Nook from Barnes and Nobles, the book that you bought on the Kindle, the digital book you bought on Kindle, you can't use it on the Nook. And it's the same thing with like if you buy a game digitally on the PlayStation Store, and this happened to me on the PlayStation 3. On the PlayStation Store, if you buy a game digitally on the PlayStation Store, if they lose the rights, PlayStation loses the rights for that game in the storefront, it's not in your library anymore. It's gone. That's the problem with DRM, and also the constantly being online. That's what I don't like about DRM. Now, here's the thing. I don't have an issue with them going diskless. I don't have an issue with that at all. They can go diskless if they want to. The only problem that I have is that if you are a collector like myself, if you are a collector, excuse me, like a Bullet, if you guys like collecting the physical media, Metroid Prime Echoes. I bought this on eBay for $60. It's the complete in the box. It has the booklet, the game, etc. This you need the game to play, of course, because the game is on the disc. The problem with that's the problem. That is the problem with losing the disc. We're not buying disc anymore, and people likes to collect like PlayStation 5 games, PlayStation 4 games, and apparently, I saw something. I think I saw an RGT 85 on. I gotta finish watching the video. His title is Luffy, the new God of War Luffy game. Is the last game that's going to be on a disc. After that, even some PlayStation 5 games are going to be diskless. I do believe their first party games are going to be diskless. So some God of War games, I think the new Wolverine game is going to be diskless. Any first party game, I think they're not going to make disc anymore. Third party games, so like Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out. It's coming out with digital, including if you buy the physical box, it's a code inside. It's not an actual disc or Blu-ray disc anymore. But they did say a month after it's released, they're going to come out with a disc version. So the whole point is, I know a lot of us are upset about this, but digital media is the future. Unfortunately, we are old, and this is the old school way of having disc. But the good news about that is that if you do have a game that they don't make physical anymore, that may drive the value up. For example, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes on the GameCube. That game was about $40 when it first came out. I bought that complete in the box about $60. Some places are selling it for $100, so it starts to become more rare and rare. So that's the good thing. So that's my take on that. They want to rent us, yeah, and that's the thing. It becomes more of like renting. I hope Xbox says we're not gonna go the digital route. If you want to buy digitally, buy digitally. We're gonna continue making physical copies, and we're gonna add this to our next Xbox. I really hope they do that, and I really hope they do that because we do have Xbox 360 games that are backwards compatible. So it's like, how do you expect people to play those games on your new console when you don't have a disc drive? How are you going to do that, Xbox? That's my question to you, Microsoft, Xbox, Asha Sharma. How are you going to do that? That's my question to you. You cannot keep your games if they delist them anymore. Right, if they delist them, yes. You should be able to buy a game, play it on any device. Right, I wish you could do that. Steam and GOG, G-O-G, yep. Lets you keep your, yeah, they do. There's no DRM on Steam or GOG, GOG. Sounds weird when I say that. They are pressing people into this to have absolute power over the games we play anymore. Did I read that right? Let me read that again. They are pressing people into this to have absolute power over the games we play anymore. All they do is delist a digital game and it's gone forever. That's absolutely true. And that happens. Like I said, when I had the PlayStation 3. So when the PlayStation 3 was out years ago, they had Marvel vs. Capcom. It was Marvel vs. Capcom and Marvel Superheroes bundled together. So I bought it. I bought that years ago. I think it came out in 2012, something like that. So I bought it digitally. After 2 years of having it, it was delisted off of the site, off of the store. So what ended up happening? If I delete that game right now, I can never get it back. So it's still in my system, in my console. And that's the thing, like they're going around closing the storefronts. They're getting rid of all the games there. So they got rid of the PlayStation Vita storefront, the PlayStation 3 storefront. The PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 storefronts I think are the same. So, but I'm afraid that the PlayStation, like I hope what they can do when the PlayStation 6 comes out, you can still download the games you bought from the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. I really hope they can do that. They do that and not say, well, we closed down the storefront on those consoles. You can't buy games anymore there. So you lose any games that you downloaded from there. They cannot be transferable to the new platform, which is kind of silly because it's still under the Sony umbrella, the PlayStation umbrella. So why wouldn't you be able to transfer the digital media that you bought? Why wouldn't you? So annoying. It's so annoying. You own nothing and be happy, Sony. That's exactly what they say.